Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
Went through 2 firm splits. Those are painful, but
Splits because people like want to just do their own thing, or is like kind of contentious kind of splits?
well, interesting. Different people would have different takes on it. I'll give you mine. Our objective early on was to build a law firm that could compete with the big Howley firms. And what we decided to do was to use this opening that had occurred with the split between economic and political power and try to fill that and therefore get a little bit of both. It turns out that putting together a local law firm, which nobody had ever done, Wally Fujiyama had come close to it, but he and Walter Chucks ended up splitting. So our objective was sort of to build a local law firm, give local kids a chance to. And the other big firms were doing that too, by the way. They realized the world was changing. But what I failed to realize is that many of the Howley firms were able to stay together because they were transactional. They may not have liked the partner, but they were in business together. So they don't have to talk to each other. They just do their work. Local people are different. Local people take things personally. And I think the first split we had really came as that a result from that resentment and whatnot is really hard to overcome.
Were they misunderstandings now when you look at it? Or
No,
was it no?
The idea was you build a boutique firm. And a boutique firm means that you build up specialized practices within the firm so you can be more targeted. You don't have to be an all-purpose firm. And use that to drive your market position. And what we also realized was that the economy here was cyclical. So when the economy was up, you had heavy real estate practice, you had transactional stuff, you had corporate, da-da-da-da. When the market turned and went the other way and it was down, then the ones that did well were litigation, labor, all those kinds of skill sets that are needed to deal with a down market. In the early days, it would shift every 18 to 24 months. It was quick. The cycles were quick. In the early 90s, that changed, partly because of the Japanese investment in Hawaii. That cycle lasted 11 years. Upcycle. It was huge. When you have a balanced portfolio, sometimes one does better, sometimes the next one does better. Okay? So it's that balance. When you go through a cycle that lasts for 11 years, it goes like this. It doesn't change. Pretty soon, these guys think that they're the reason why the firm exists. These guys resent that. And that's what happened. We had a long upcycle. It was actually during a time when we had record revenues. And it turned out that was the worst thing to happen because I had designed the firm as a balanced, specialized boutique firm. And I didn't realize that you could have a market cycle that went that long. So that's sort of my take on it. I mean, I'm sure if you asked some of the other people, and so, it worked out okay. Bert and I were the senior guys, and we had a lot of respect for each other. So I called Bert. I said, hey, Bert, the danger of this split is that it lingers. If we're going to do it, we do it quick. And it shouldn't be a battle between me and you. It should be a battle between who you select and who I select. So I'll meet you on Saturday. You bring the coffee, I bring the donuts. And we sat down, and in 20 minutes, we decided, okay, we're going to split. We're going to give everybody a choice about who to go with. You're going to choose. I chose John Komeiji as our representative to negotiate the details, and he chose Lex Smith or something like that. And then after that, Bert and I never talked about it, other than in friendship.
So you can remain friends then?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That way we didn't get involved in a pissing contest. But that was my take on it. It was a disappointment because the firm split in half. And by that time, the firm was up to 40 attorneys or something. It was quite a few. So we were on our way, but success killed us. And that's still not a regret either. I mean, it's just shit happens. It just happened that way.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.